What's up guys, it's Jackbuzza, and today I have an arc build using the brand new Warlock Exotic Cenotaph Mask. If you're unfamiliar with this Warlock Exotic, firstly it makes you look like you are ready for the Tour de France, but its exotic perk is no joke. High priority reads steadily reloads a portion of your equipped trace rifle's magazine from reserves. Damaging a boss with a trace rifle matching your subclass element marks it as a priority target. If an ally delivers the final blow to a priority target, heavy ammo spawns for them. Now there is a lot to take in here, but most importantly that description is slightly wrong. The trace rifle does not have to match your subclass. It does not have to be a boss. You can mark a vehicle or a major, but basically anything with a fancy symbol like a champion. And it spawns you special ammo when an ally delivers that final blow and they get the heavy. Now this thing is insane. It reloads your weapon insanely fast, so that's why we're making an insane arc build to go with it. So let's get into how you're going to want to configure your subclass. But before we do get into the subclass, I stream on Twitch almost every night and I have a Discord, both are linked down below, so come say hi. Anyway, back to the video. So for our abilities, it is completely personal preference. I'm going with Ball Lightning and Storm Grenade. For our aspects, we're running Electrostatic Mind to create ionic traces when we defeat targets with arc abilities, or while they're jolted or blinded. These ionic traces will make us amplified and will also recharge our abilities. And our next aspect is free choice. I prefer Lightning Surge over Arc Soul. That's just because I'm an aggressive player, but pick what you like. So Lightning Surge will give us a new melee attack when we slide before meleeing, and that will jolt targets that it hits. Now onto our fragments. First we have Spark of Beacons. While you're amplified, your arc special weapon final blows create a blinding explosion. This is absolutely insane because trace rifles are indeed special weapons. Next is Spark of Discharge. Arc weapon final blows have a chance to create an ionic trace. This just adds to the traces we're already creating, and with how many you're able to spawn, you'll basically always have your abilities. Next we have Spark of Ions. Defeating a jolted target creates an ionic trace. Again, stacking even more ionic traces. And finally, Spark of Shock. Arc grenades jolts targets, and this one can be swapped out for another one if you prefer, but it just goes hand in hand with Spark of Ions. Now onto the mods. The mods for this build don't play a massive part, but what do play a massive part are the artifact perks you'll be selecting. So you're going to want to pick up Arc and Melee mod authorization. This is just so we can get cheaper mods. Electric Armor, Thunderous Retort, and Amped Up. And finally, Lightning Strikes Twice. These perks will just make the build that much better, and since they're free, you might as well just pick them up. Now, to our traditional mods. On our Cenotaph Mask, we're running Double Harmonic Siphon to create Orbs of Light and Ashes to Assets to help charge our super. On our arms, we're running Heavy Handed to create orbs on melee kills and melee kickstart to give us some melee energy back. The last slot is free choice. On our chest, we're running double arc reserves for more ammo and charged up so we can hold 4 armor charges. On the boots, we're running recuperation to replenish health when we do pick up an orb, and double arc surge to boost our cold hearts damage. You can throw on 3 arc surges if you like. Recuperation is totally up to you. And on our class item, we have outreach to reduce the melee cooldown when we use our rift, and time dilation so our armor charge lasts longer. And the final slot is again free choice. Time dilation can be swapped out if you're not running any font mods. I am, so I do have time dilation. For our weapon choices, the main feature weapon of this build is the Cold Heart, an exotic trace rifle that does more damage the longer you hold it on the target. The Cold Heart also will create ionic traces when it's in its highest damage state, which means you'll have ionic traces running around the place like headless chickens. This build is insanely easy to play. Give it to your new light friends and no worries, but it is also insanely powerful. And that's all for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a like or maybe even a cheeky sub. If you want to connect with me, you can find me over on Twitter at Jackbuzza or join the Discord. Both are linked in the description below. Until next time, happy blinding, Guardians.